as we move to 184 pounds. Move ahead now to 184 pounds. Pretty good matchup here. Couple of ranked wrestlers on the mat. John Poznanski currently ranked 5th in the country for the Scarlet Knights. And Charles Small ranked 25th for the Pride. So we talked about, Todd, some good matches coming up. And our upper weights could very well be the feature bout of the night here. And how about the start to this freshman season? 6-0 and already ranked 5th in the country. My Lord, just getting started and he's already ranked 5th in the country. Poznanski from, sorry about that, Colonia, New Jersey. Poznanski last year, again, getting a free year, so it's technically his second freshman year. So we say 6-0 as a freshman, maybe a little bit inflated. Us announcers may do that from time to time. He did place 4th in the country as a true freshman last year, but in a very limited schedule was given a free year. So if you're going to take a free year of eligibility, take it. So technically, Poznanski's still a freshman, despite, Todd, that incredible true finish. By the way, setting a record for this decorated Rutgers Scarlet Knight wrestling team, the first ever true freshman to place in the top 4 at the NCAAs. Yeah, had a great Big Ten tournament too. Went 3rd, 4-1, and took the 6th overall seed into the NCAAs. I mean, you don't see too many true freshmen, especially this day and age with, you know, Olympic red shirts and gray shirts and so much of the international wrestling. A lot of these studs want to take that extra year of marinating. And Poznanski said, no, I'm ready to go. Steps in right last year as a true freshman and takes 4th in the country. Unbelievable. Yeah, Small, an NCAA qualifier as well last year, pulled one of the biggest shockers on day one when he beat the 10 seed. Small was unseeded to beat Tate Samuelson, highly ranked wrestler in the opening round, missed placing, but did go 2-2 at the NCAAs last year. Took 3rd at the EIWAs, did Small, so probably not going to be too intimidated. Yeah, Poznanski has the credentials, but Small's had some big wins in his career as well. Senior from, you talk about Florida, talk about a national powerhouse, Bradenton, Florida, one of the great programs in the South, and Small found his way from Bradenton all the way up here to the Hofstra Pride. And I always love this because, you know, we think about student athletes. Wrestling really is a student athlete. 2-time Dean's List, Charles Small. I always got to give a shout out to my smart guys. So congratulations, Charles, on a great academic and athletic career. So first period comes to an end. Just that 2-point takedown by Poznanski. Again, 4th last year as a true freshman. Technically still carries that freshman designation. You look at 184 pounds right now. That could be some fun come tournament time with Aaron Brooks, Miles Amin, and Poznanski. 3 of the top 5 in the Big Ten, including Brooks, the returning NCAA champ, and Amin, a returning Olympian. Throw in Trent Hidlay and Parker Kikisen. That's a pretty impressive top 5 there at 184. Yeah, that'd be a fun 30 for 30 some year to go back and talk to all the wrestlers like the Spencer Lees who said, I want to come back and do it one more time and kind of get that free year. You know, you think like when I wrestled, it was, you know, you redshirt basically as a freshman, you wrestle 4 years, and then you graduate in 5 years. To have an option to say, do I want to do it for a 6 year? Because it is a lot of work, but winning is a lot of fun too. So I wonder how many of those guys that had the option, that'd be an interesting stat. How many guys like Poznanski took an extra year, like a Spencer year took an extra 6th year to come back and do it one last time. Yeah. Four nothing Poznanski lead here as we are waning down the second period. We talked about Rivera earlier, already a 4-time All-American for Rutgers and has a chance to make some history this year, becoming a 5-time All-American. Poznanski's got a long way to get there, but boy, getting that All-American as a true freshman, now getting the, I guess you'd say, a redshirt freshman designation. I'd say Poznanski's a pretty good candidate to be a 5-time All-American for the Scarlet Knights. So a battle of two returning NCAA qualifiers. Poznanski, the All-American small, the national qualifier. Both currently ranked in the top 25 at 184 pounds. Poznanski currently resides in the top 5. Again, Aaron Brooks of Penn State, the sophomore, off to a 3-0 start this season and returns as the #1 ranked wrestler at 184 pounds. Penn State and Rutgers, by the way, coming up in January. That'll be one heck of a dual meet there with Poznanski and Brooks. See Poznanski, well done there. He's got to dig in that wrist out, trying to post it on Small's back. Gets the stalling call, getting close to riding time. Well, you always talk about one of the great terms in wrestling, breaking your opponent. And you just got to wonder here in this third period, because Small was definitely in this match, and maybe it was that second takedown that kind of took the wind out of the sails, because it has certainly had a different energy to this match the last 2 or 3 minutes as opposed to the first period plus. Does eclipse a minute, so tack on the riding time here for Poznanski. 5-0, basically 6-0 now, 40 seconds to go. And another nice takedown. And now John Poznanski piling it on here late in this third period. Now he's probably thinking bonus points. Beautiful crossface there by Poznanski. That's textbook. First day of learning the crossface in Pee Wee wrestling right there. Coming right across the bridge of the nose. Won't matter. Time expires. 8-2 with the riding time. The returning All-American for the Scarlet Knights made history as a true freshman. Maybe going to make some more history as a second-time freshman. He gets a big win here at the Grapple in the Garden at 184 pounds.
184 pounds now, John Poznanski. Second year, he was a true freshman last year, finishing on the podium. Joe Miller and I talked about in the Hofstra duel before this, before this. Poznanski came oh so close to being in the national championship matches. He lost in the tiebreakers to Trent Heidley. Now he's in on a double leg. His opponent is Mark Chade and secures the 2. Poznanski wants to put a screeching halt to 3 consecutive victories for the Tar Heels in this duel. Now cuts shade right in front of the scorer's table, and they go back to the center of the mat. Poznanski comes in, ranked in the top 10. As we'll take a look at the Intermat rankings, as you have Flow, Intermat, NWCA, lots of national rankings. Number 5 is John Poznanski, as he is undefeated on the year, trying to get another takedown. He sure does. Shade surrenders it right in front of the Rutgers bench. At 184 pounds, you have Aaron Brooks, ranked number 1, the defending national champion. You have Miles Amin, success in Tokyo at the Olympics, wrestling for his home country. Trent Hidley, as we said, was the one that knocked off Poznanski in the semifinals last year of nationals in St. Louis. Poznanski sits at 5. Those are really the ones. You have Keksan from Northern Iowa at 4. He was on the podium last year. Northern Iowa competing in the Big 12 now. Poznanski up 4-1, closing in on a minute riding time, and we still have about a minute left to go in this opening period. Aaron Brooks is a true freshman for Penn State last year. Surprised a lot of people by getting to the top of the podium, but boy, Penn State came in 4 national champions and made it a really close competition with the eventual team national champions, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Tough ride by Poznanski. He's got that left arm secure as he goes that inside wrist and then pulls it close to his body. That's a lot of pressure down on the shoulder of Shade. As you see that riding time over a minute. So he had secured 2 takedowns so far and dominated this first period as they were within 10 seconds. Joyce is going to go to John Poznanski. Poznanski chooses the down position to start the second, up 4-1, 1:45 a riding time for the Scarlet Knight. Granby roll and is going to get the 2 and is going to put Shade right on his back in a predicament, head and arm, and that will do it. 10 seconds in, 10 seconds into that second period, John Poznanski says, enough of messing around. Granby roll for the reversal and the immediate fall, and Rutgers puts that 3-match winning streak to a halt for the Tar Heels and go up 22-9 in this dual meet.